Look, I understand why dudes like Bill Belichick grab something young and tender and pay the age tax. The age tax. Because let's be honest. Any younger woman that's with an older guy is there for the money, the protection, the security, the resources. But the truth of the matter is, any older woman, any woman, I'm a 50-year-old guy, any older woman that's coming to you in her 40s or 50s or 60s is there for security too. They have had their opportunities when they were young. They're either divorced, they're either married, they either have kids, or they've been through a lot of trauma. And in this era of social media, we have had what 70, plus years of attack on masculinity, boosting women's self-esteem because they do a lot of the spending. You would think that women, as they get older, their level of maturity would increase too. This is not all women. You 5% women, salute to you. I love you, ladies, whatever else. But what I'm finding out, even as an older guy, 50-year-old guy, it's like me. I'm 50 years old. Imagine me walking around with some skinny jeans, trying to be cool and hip like some young boy. That's for the birds. That's immaturity. That's mental insanity. My ass is 50. You know what I mean? Even if you get me out on the basketball court, I'm shooting sky hooks, jump hooks, and I'm shooting from 15 feet and beyond. You ain't see me mixing up with these young boys. I end up at the hospital. Them days is over. So what? I used to be this or that back in the day. And you talk about a guy who, in high school averaging 25 and almost 15 a game in points. But I don't run with these young bucks. My ass is old. Old means old knees, burnt out. No, I ain't dunking on nobody. I probably couldn't get up to the top of the nets right now, even though I work out all the time. You see, men realize their limitations. You see, that's saying from Clint Eastwood, man must know his limitations. So I'm going to take my ass in this gym in a few. We'll probably do about a mile and a half. I still can get it under 15. Then I'm going to get on the elliptical for a little bit and do a little bit of strength training. I'm good. I don't need to go run with the wild horses out there, them young bucks. I watch them when I go to the other gym, like LA Fitness. I watch them through the, through the glass, and every once in a while I go out there and touch a ball and rub it. It's like, oh man, shoot some couple of jumpers and whatever else. But I ain't gonna go run with them young bucks. I ain't trying to end up at the hospital. Salute to young bucks too. But women don't think like us. Women think that they're the exact same as their 20-year-old, 25-year-old self. They think in fact, they think they get this more valuable with age. They conflate social status with actual sexual market value. Very beautiful ladies. Some of them have done well in their careers. Educated, intelligent ladies in terms of their personal success, and they're valuable to society. But on the dating and relationship, men are very physical. Men are crazy about, I'm not talking about simps. Simps will take anything. Simps will dive in the scrap sexual trash can and eat from the bottom of the bottom. And especially in the black community, where we are infested with simps. And the black men, we need to raise these standards up, because we'll take anything. Some of these will take anything. I'm talking about the men that women want and value. But I digress. The reality is that, unlike men who know our limitations, a lot of these women are stuck in arrested development. They see themselves, because of social media, because of the tension, because of all these simps in the DMs, people giving them the positivity movement, bigging them up every day, dudes is thirsty and horny and everything else like that. They leading with their sexy. Leveraging ancient box. Like, imagine how many penetrations has happened with a woman my age. That's like, imagine how many times I've dunked on somebody with these knees. And imagine how much usage has happened with a woman. Not all women. That doesn't mean age equates to use and whatever else. So we get that off the table. Imagine how much trauma. See, men, we're forced to deal with our issues because we get curse each other out. Metal sharpens metal. Like me and my boys will sit down like, sometimes dudes on this channel, I get dudes on this channel tell me sometimes, peaceful life. That's the most ridiculous thing you ever said. I disagree with you. You see me touch their comments? No. And they just disagree with me. Metal sharpens metal. I don't take it personal. I'm not a soft dude that takes it personal when somebody respectfully disagrees with me. It happens. That's what happens. We challenge each other's logic. We challenge each other. See, women don't always do that. They like to be agreeable with each other. Not all women. They're ones that tell each other the truth. But the truth of the matter is, when you get to a certain age, you start operating with your character, your values, your skills, whatever else. But when you see an old woman still trying to lashing it up, BBL it, put on tight clothes and makeup up, and trying to gaslight you or virtue signal, or try to whatever about the value of her sexuality. It's like Patrice O'Neal when he said, if I got to eat some old Cracker Jacks, just put them on the ground. Toast them on the ground. I'll go get them. But if you try to look at how sexy I am, a peaceful life, you got to pay all my bills, you got to spend money on me and do all this and do all that and do all that, you're crazy. You better be leading with some, let me tell you something. Older women should have an advantage over the younger women. I mean, the ability to, like, you come over to an older woman's house, you expect that thing to be squared away. Like, my shit is squared away. My house is squared away. My cars are squared away. Everything's squared away because I'm an older dude, okay? I'm an older dude. So you expect the women to be squared away. You go to your house, you expect the house to be clean, squared away, trash, empty, dishes washed in the sink, food in the refrigerator, not them leftover pizza box and Chinese food box, a medication cabinet with no psych medicines in it, no psych medicine, because you're dealing with a crazy broad then. She's figured out her life and be squared away. She understands that her value, that she has skills beyond the younger women. Like, she can actually make some salmon cakes, some grits, some eggs, or some lasagna and some meatloaf and whatever else. She understands that she's been out here. So she got to have more skills, more talent, offering a man, adding to a man's peace. That's the mental maturity that you would think these older women would have. Nope. They come laden with their sexy. Oh, you want some of this? Oh, you gotta jump over you gotta wine me and dine me like a 25-year-old. When you get to a certain age, you need to be exchanging credit reports, and you need to be exchanging financial statements, STD tests, mental health reports and shit. Forget about the romance. You need to become like, okay, all right, let me see your mental health evaluation. Does your mental health evaluation match mine? Okay, you're not that crazy of a broad. Then you have to test to make sure that the dude or the woman is not crazy. Let's see a medical history report. Make sure there's no debilitating diseases. This is how older people should date. You know what I mean? Like, come on, let's see your medical reports. Let's see your psychological evaluation. Let me see your credit card. Like a peaceful life. Let me see your financial statements or some shit like that. Have an independent evaluator evaluate this shit. I ain't no time to be, trying to seduce some old woman with used, blown out box. That thing is not leverage. It's done. It's finished. I mean, maybe get a couple more things. Now you're looking for older people, older dudes, probably looking for some companionship, some peace, somebody to travel with, spend time with, enjoying life. Because once you get to a certain age, you realize that you've lived more than you're going to live. The last thing you want is somebody to stress you out, somebody who's going to annoy the shit out of you. You don't want that shit around you when you get older. You don't want that around you. You certainly don't want anything around you that thinks that their peace, your peace is up for negotiation or debate. But getting back to what I talk about Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick realized that at his age, he's going to get women that are not really interested in him for him. So he said, well, the choice is between a young, sexy gold digger and some old, burnt out Lisa Ray, Vivica Fox type gold digger who's still leading with their sexy. So he just made a business decision. Get something hot that can stimulate rise in his pants, pay the age tax, and enjoy his life. Because, when you get to a certain age, you say, he probably had the Grim Reaper follow him around. And he wants to live a good life for the rest of his life. He already knows the chick don't like him. Or not like him, but she might like him. That the woman is there for the protection, the provision, and security. He already knows that. But he's going to ride out with a bang. He's going to ride the rest of his life out with a bang. Because the difference between the 25-year-old that he got and one of these 47-years-old ones, it ain't really much in terms of mental maturity, because women don't get better with age. I say, apparently, they become they become worse. They become worse. They become more entitled. They think they're more valuable. They still leading when they're sexy out here. I mean, what can you say? Yeah, it is what it is. This is what social media has done with us. That's why these old women are losing out here. They're out here leading with their sexy. And what happens is, because they don't become better with age, they become better victims. Maybe more manipulative. Maybe more delusional. They ain't like me. I'm about to go in the gym now, work my old ass out. They ain't trying to, some of them, not all. There's many of them that work out. And I was like, I got to keep myself tight, work out, do the things I need to do to become a better version of myself. They don't go get the mental health treatment they're supposed to get. They don't deal with their trauma. Not all women. They're exception. They just become worse. They become worse. They become better victims. They become better at gaslighting. Go hide in the church and try and religious their way into relationship with the same narcissistic, crazy, batshit crazy mentality and mindset. So unless you're dealing with the 5% women, I understand Bill Belichick. I don't mean from whatever you want to say about him, he knows what he's doing. And that bullshit he put over at the press conference there, that's called draw the hyenas off his scent. All scripted bullshit. Bill Belichick is the master manipulator with that play he played. Showing an empowered young lady, the hyenas be like, oh, look, we're going to get just one of these old, dumb men and exploit him for his resources. Now we're going to get that old man. You don't see Bill Belichick's family complain about anything, because they were all part of the master play he tried to play on the population. It's called soothe the hyenas. Keep them off his scent so he can coach in peace at North Carolina. Because now they see him power. Everything that young lady does is scripted by Bill Belichick. Her moving along the sidelines, her acting up at the press conference. That's all a play by Bill Belichick. Because that's what they like. That's what these hyenas like. They like to say, oh, yeah. Look at her. She's powerful. She's 25. She's powerful. She's showing that old man milk his pocket, gets his millions. Like these old women ain't trying to milk dudes' pockets, get them millions too. Really? They all are. Half of them don't like these dudes. Are you crazy? Even now, getting married to, a lot of these dudes get married, they're like the 4th, 5th, 7th, 10th place finisher. These women are they had their fun in their 20s and their 30s. They've been sausaged down by so many men. They're all eating the leftovers. That's why I keep telling you guys. And this is 2025. Most men are eating the leftovers. It's adaptation. Accept it. With that being said, I'm going to accept the fact that I have to go run on this treadmill 1.5 miles. Gentlemen, it is what it is. Peace and blessings to you guys. Make sure you hit the like button. I'm out.